Hi, Lavera. My name is Shingai. I am just creatively gifted and blessed and thankful. Creativity-wise, at the moment, I'm making a lot of music. I'd also like to get into more storytelling, such as film. But most people know me as a musician. I have a band called the Noisettes. I'm the lead singer and bass player of that band. I also have now entered into an exciting new chapter. Let's call it a new era of creativity where my storytelling, my musicianship is just becoming more confident, more bold. A lot of the stories I'm singing about are not just personal, but they definitely come from a really deep place. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm in Kenya. I'm at a beautiful studio, Bengatronics, cutting some new music with them. It's beautiful to be on the motherland. Yeah, I was born and raised in South London, and I just feel like it's time. I need to switch up my environment and just be somewhere that's nourishing, a bit more organic, more sunshine, and so I can just keep learning more about my people and also contributing to the creative industrial capacity that I know we have if we come together. That's what's really exciting me about being here. I'm also meeting some incredible artists that are inspiring me. Today I've been recording with Labdi, who plays like traditional Kenyan instruments, the oratu, which is this amazing like ancient type of violin. And my friend Delele showing me this instrument called a nyatiti. Then what Labdi can do is now she can just do a solo with a bit more of a formal part. I'm quite a pioneer when it comes to creativity. I don't really believe it's right to just copy other people because they've got their own journey and their own spirit in their music, and I feel like your spirit should be in your music, you know. And we got spirit here on the motherland, so we should put it into our music, not try to be emulating people from Europe or America. Yeah. There are aspects of what is done there in music production, which is pretty cool. But there's also aspects that we have here in terms of just like our raw ability to connect to something bigger. That's why I'm here, to just come home, just to tap in and integrate what I've learned in the West in terms of like music production, but also learn. I think you never stop learning. I'm too wild for this world. Ever since I was a girl, like a diamond or a pearl. Twofold challenges. There's been some really beautiful supporters and fans who've posted childhood pictures of themselves. Caption-wise, you know, they've said what they would say to the child in them. I think the child within you never dies, and I think you should continue to honour her or him, the child inside of you, because that's the genesis of when you were creative. And a lot of people get that creativity stamped out of them and told that creativity is wrong. I think that the future is people that have got that creativity in them alive. Most of the most successful businesses are run by people that have had to add creativity to business acumen. Without creativity, it's pretty hard to sell people things these days. And I think you can still be creative. Doesn't mean you have to be a musician or an artist. I feel like my aunties, man, they're always creative. Whenever they like, you know, one of them's been in the kitchen cooking up a meal, she comes up with this big, beautiful, flamboyant headscarf. I'm like, oh my God, auntie, I love the costume change. Ah, no, that's just for cooking. And then she'll take off the headscarf she was wearing for cooking. And I'm like, wow. So that's a creativity that we have. I don't know how to put it in words, but I just feel like we should protect it. We should honour it. Oh yes, I like that. Oh, I love that. It would be my name. My name is Shingai, and the reason why I say that is because I feel like names are quite important. There's a lot of power in names. I'm having a lot of beautiful conversations with my fellow Kenyan brothers and sisters about how certain things have been given certain names and doesn't have the same kind of power, you know. For example, like in Zim, we have the largest waterfall in the world. Some time ago, some colonizers came and tried to give it another name, which our generation feels deprives it of its true power. One of the local names is Mosi Utunya, the smoke that thunders. There was another name beginning with V, but when you say that name, it just sounds like you're talking about a puddle or a little shower. It doesn't, you know, I'm sure the person who felt they discovered it thought it was nice for them to give it their name, but there's power in names. My album is called Too Bold, and as a fellow African, growing up in like the UK or Europe or America, a lot of us are made to feel like we're too something, especially black girls. You're too much. And it starts when you're 5, 6. They say, oh, you're too loud, you know, you're too dark, too much,
too aggressive,
too bold, too confident. And it's a very, very emotionally damaging thing to even think about saying to a small child, a little girl. And it tends to just happen to black girls. So for me, Too Bold is really, really nice to have written this song where I say, too dark, don't let them tell you you're too smart. Don't let them tell you you're too loud. Don't let them tell you you're too much for you, too dark. Don't let them. So I think if we can nip that kind of behavior in the bud when kids are little, they're going to go on to be even more confident and to achieve for the dreams that they deserve to be achieving, which other kids are not told they cannot achieve. So remember me by my name, Shingai. It means bold or to be courageous. I haven't always had this courage. I actually let my teachers call me Cindy until I was 7 years old because I was so emotionally scarred by their refusal to say my name. They acted like they couldn't say it, you know. But we had to say all these other names like Excelsius and Bartholomew and Corinthians and all of these other, because it was a convent that I went to. I would say to my Kenyan fellow brothers and sisters, I'm Shingai. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be here, exploring Benga music, exploring Kenyan creative culture, meeting all these amazing like artists, photographers, designers, and people like yourself. Keep up the good work. Let's come together, unite intercontinentally as a force, and with the diaspora as well, because then I feel like we're going to be strong enough to create an industry that will protect our precious creativity and our precious art form. That's all I have to say, really. And thank you, Iko Sawa.
Your favorite word.